Good morning. Okay, today we should be learning again the classification according to what? According to English system. Okay, according to the English system. Now here, so last class I have explained you. See, when it is related, when to follow personal account rule, there are three golden rules under English system. Okay, personal account, real account, and nominal account. Personal account, real account, and nominal account. There are three golden rules of account. So, when it is related to natural persons, you know who are natural persons? Okay, those who have body and soul. Example: Ram, Rahim, Sham, Geeta. Okay. Next is when it is related to artificial persons. Okay, artificial person means those persons which has physical existence but it is not having body. It has physical existence but it is not having soul. For example, Infosys company, Wipro company. Okay, all these are what? Artificial persons. Then when it is representative persons, okay, when it is representing natural person, artificial persons, you will follow which account rule? Personal account rule. For example, commission receivable. I have to receive commission. I have earned commission. Some company, it is not having sufficient fund. So it has not yet paid the commission to me. Commission receivable. I have to receive commission. It is representing whom? It is representing natural person and artificial person. Company has to pay. To whom? To the natural person. Artificial person has to pay to the natural person. For example, some company has to pay commission to me. Commission receivable. Commission receivable. I have to receive commission. I have earned the commission, but I have not yet received. Why? Because company is not having sufficient cash. It has promised to pay me commission in the next week. So, it is representing whom? It is representing the natural person. It is representing me. So, this is known as representative person. When it is representing natural person or artificial person, you have to follow which account rule? Personal account rule. Okay, when it is related to assets, you have to follow which account rule? You have to follow real account rule. What are assets? Properties owned by the businessman. What are assets? Properties owned by the businessman for the purpose of running the business. Example: land, machinery, computers, furniture. All these are the properties which is owned by the businessman for the purpose of running the business. Assets can be divided into two types: tangible assets and intangible assets. Okay, tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets are those assets which you can touch and feel. For example, furniture, you can touch and feel. Computer, you can touch and feel. Okay, these are known as tangible assets. Intangible assets means, for example, goodwill, reputation of the business in the market, name of the business. Okay, goodwill is what? Name of the business. Name of the business. Okay, name. It has made good name in the market. Okay, reputation. It has earned good reputation in the market. So, what is this? Goodwill. Can you touch the reputation of the business? No. It is what? It's an intangible asset. So, when it is related to expenses and losses and incomes and gains, which account rule is to be followed? Nominal account rule. Which account rule is to be followed? Nominal account rule. When it is related to expenses, losses, incomes and gains, you have to follow which account rule? Nominal account rule. Okay. Hope you all have understood up to this. Let me rub this part. Okay. And let us start the classification. Okay, I want every one of you to take down this question. Classify the following into personal, real and nominal. Classify the following into personal, real and nominal under English system. I have not written that. Write down under English system. First is sales account. Next, purchases account. Next, salary payable account. Salary payable account. Fourth is Vishwa account. Vishwa account. Fifth, commission receivable account. Commission receivable account. Next, sixth, Canara Bank account. Canara Bank account. Next, goodwill account. Sorry, building account. Sorry, building account. Goodwill account. Goodwill account. Bad debts account. Bad debts account. Next, 10th one, cooperative society account. Cooperative society account. Machinery account. Machinery account. Next, rent prepaid account. Rent prepaid account. Drawings account. Drawings account. Copyright account. Okay, now let us solve the solution. Make two columns. Okay, name of the account and type of account. Name of the account, and the second column should be type of account. Okay, so let us move with the solution. Let me solve the solution. First is sales. Okay, in the previous class, okay, some student had doubt. Okay, sales account can be both. It can be both. It can be both real and nominal. It can be real or nominal. Why? I will explain the reason. Real or nominal. It could be both. Both the answers are right. So, for example, why it is real account? Because it is related to goods. It is related to goods. So, goods are assets to the business. Okay. So, through this point of view, we can classify this as what? A real account. A real account. What is a nominal account? See, when you sell goods, you earn what? Income. You earn what? Business earns what? Income. Earning income is what? So when it is related to expenses, losses, incomes and gains, which account rule? You are supposed to follow nominal account rule. You are supposed to follow nominal account rule. So, because it earns what? Sales earns what? Income. Income. You can make income out of the sales. So, it could be real or nominal. Either this answer you can write or this. Both are right. Okay. So, why it is real account? Because it is related to goods. Why it is nominal account? Because it earns income. By selling goods, a company earns what? Income. So it is which account? Nominal account. So it is which account? Nominal account. Okay, so it could be both. But here I will write it as Real account. Anyone you can write. Answer. Real or nominal. Both are right. Okay, next is purchases. Purchases. Purchase account also. It could be real or it could be nominal. Why it is real? Because it is related to goods. You are purchasing raw material. You are purchasing raw material for the purpose of manufacturing. So, you are purchasing here goods. Goods you are purchasing. Goods are assets to the business. So, which account this is? Real account. Which account this is? Real account. Nominal. Why it is a nominal? See, business is purchasing raw material for the purpose of manufacturing. So, it is an expense to the business. It is an expense to the business. So, whenever it is an expense, which account rule you are supposed to follow? You have to follow which account rule? Nominal account rule. So, even for purchases, you can write real or nominal. Both the answers are right. You need not get confused. Okay, any one you can write down. So, purchases is real account. Purchase is what? Real account. Okay. Now, moving on to next. Third one, salary payable. Payable means what? Salary, it is not yet paid by the firm. Salary is not yet paid by the firm to some person. For example, let us imagine our company has to pay salary to Mr. Ram, rupees 5,000. It has not yet paid. Why? Because it is not having sufficient funds. So, it has promised to pay in the next week. In the next week. Salary payable, it is representing whom? It is representing the natural person. When it is representing natural person or artificial person, you have to follow which account rule? Personal account rule. Which account rule? Personal account rule. Okay, now moving on to the next. Vishwa. Vishwa is what? Vishwa is a person. Vishwa is what? Vishwa is a person. Whenever it is related to persons, which account rule is to be followed? Personal account rule. Which account rule? Personal account rule. Okay. Now moving on to next. Commission receivable. Okay. Business has earned commission. It has done some work and some other company has to pay. It has performed some work, business, our business. Okay, and other company has to pay, some other company has to pay commission to our company. So, commission earned but not yet received. We have earned the commission but we have not yet received. So, which account rule is to be followed for this? You have to follow which account rule because it is representing whom? It is representing artificial person. So, which account rule you have to follow? Personal account rule. Okay, which account rule? Personal account rule. Okay, now moving on to next. Okay, Canara Bank. Canara Bank is what? Canara Bank is artificial person. It is having physical existence, but it is not having soul. It is not having soul. So, it is what? It is an artificial person. So, which account rule is to be followed? Personal account rule. Which account rule? Personal account rule. Next is building. Building is what? Building is a asset. What is building? Building is a asset. Okay. So, what are assets? Anything which is owned by the business are known as what? Assets. Okay, when it is asset, which account rule is to be followed? Real account rule. Which account rule? Real account. Okay, now moving on to next, goodwill. Building is a tangible asset. Goodwill. What is goodwill? Reputation of the business in the market. What is goodwill? Reputation of the business in the market. So, it's an intangible asset. So, which account rule? Personal account rule. Which account rule? Personal account rule. Okay. Now, moving on to next. paying the amount. Okay, irrecoverable amount from the debtor is known as what? Bad debt. So it's a loss. When it is loss, you have to follow which account rule? Nominal account rule. Okay. Now moving on to next, cooperative society. It's a society. It is a business. Okay. So it is an artificial person. Cooperative society is what? It is an artificial person. So which account rule? Personal account rule. Okay. Now next is machine. Machine is a asset. Okay. Machinery is a asset. So asset, if it is asset, which account rule? Real account rule. Okay. Rent prepaid. What is prepaid? Rent paid in advance. So rent is paid in advance. To whom? To some person. To some person. It is representing whom? Some person. So which account rule? Personal account rule. Which account rule? Personal account rule. Next is drawings. Drawings means what? Money withdrawn by the owner. Money withdrawn by the owner for meeting his personal expenses. Okay. So who is behind the drawings? Person. Natural person. So which account rule? Personal account rule. Which account rule? Personal account. Okay, copyright. I have explained this already in the previous video. Okay, what is copyright? So when you write some textbooks, to reserve your rights, what you do? You register through intellectual property rights. It is called as copyright, so that others shouldn't copy and circulate the book. So it is what? It's an intangible assets. You can feel its presence, but you cannot touch. So you have to follow which account rule? Real account rule. Okay, thank you. Hope you all have understood.